In the previous class, we have discussed regarding what is industrial wastewater, what are its characteristics, and what are the differences between the industrial wastewater and the domestic wastewater. And also, we have discussed on the effect of industrial wastewater when it is going to be disposed into the receiving water body or the stream. Now, in today's class, we are going to discuss regarding what are the different methods of industrial wastewater disposal. Okay, we are going to discuss regarding methods of industrial wastewater treatment. Okay, so here in the industrial wastewater treatment, we are going to have the 5 main methods in order to decrease the concentration or in order to treat the industrial wastewater. That is, first one is the volume reduction, strength reduction, neutralization, equalization and proportioning. Okay, so in that we are going to discuss in today's class regarding the volume reduction and the strength reduction. We are going to discuss in detail regarding the volume and the strength reduction, and in the remaining class we are in the next class we are going to discuss regarding the neutralization, equalization and the proportioning. Okay, now let us discuss regarding the volume reduction. Now, what is volume reduction? Volume reduction is nothing but when we are going to discharge the industrial wastewater, if you want to treat, right, the receiving water body, when we are releasing less amount of volume to the receiving water body, then, right, then the receiving water body, it is going to be it is obviously it is going to be polluted, but the level of pollution it is going to be bit less than if we don't reduce the volume. So here we are going to discuss regarding the volume reduction. Now in the industrial wastewater treatment is the first step in order to reduce the effect of industrial waste on a receiving stream and or in the treatment plant. Okay, so first one is in the volume reduction we are going to have again 4 types, that is the classification of the waste, conservation of wastewater, and then changing the production to decrease the waste and the reusing the wastewater. As I have told, when we are giving the less amount of volume to the receiving water body, then there will be less strain or the less stress will be there in the receiving water body when we are going to give the less quantity of volume to the receiving water body. So first one is we will discuss regarding the classification of the waste. Okay, now if the wastes are classified, right, so that if the process water is going to be separated from the cooling water, then what will happen? The volume of the water, okay, requiring the intensive treatment, it is going to be get reduced. Okay, sometimes it is going to be possible to classify the separate the process waters from themselves. Okay, so here in the classification of the waste we are going to have the 3 sub classification. One is the waste from the manufacturing process, then the water to be used in the cooling agents from the it is going to be supplied by the undiluted or the effluent processes, then the waste from the sanitary. Okay, so here what we have to do is we need to classify in the classification of the waste, we need to separate out the process water from the cooling water. Okay, and it includes the water used for foaming paper, okay, traveling through the nutrients it has to be used from the plating solutions. Okay, so here this is one of the main method how we are going to reduce the classification of the waste. Next is we need to conserve, right, the conservation of the wastewater. Now whatever the wastewater that we are going to discharge it to the receiving water body, if we are going to give the less quantity of wastewater to the receiving water body, then what will happen is we are going to reduce the volume of the wastewater that has to be treated. Right, if we are at the begin here when we are going to discharging the wastewater to the receiving water body itself, if we are giving the less quantity of wastewater, then what will happen? The volume of the receiving water body, it is going to be get reduced. When there is a less volume of water that we have to be treated, then right, there will be the load is going to be get reduced in the treatment process. Okay, now here the conservation of water is nothing but the water is going to be get saved. Okay, now in the conservation of water, we need to transfer the from the open to the closed system. Okay, so here this is how we can, if we are giving the less quantity of wastewater to the receiving water body, right, what will happen? The load on the treatment plant, it is going to be get reduced. Next is changing the production process to decrease the waste. Sometimes we need to change the production process in order to give the less quantity of industrial wastewater to the receiving water body. This is one of the effective method of controlling the volume of the waste, but it is going to be very difficult to put into the practical part into the amount of sodium. It is going to be very difficult. Okay, now by balancing the acid and by balancing the alkyl bases, we can reduce, or we can reduce the concentration of the effluent wastewater that we are going to be get discharged. Now we need to have some of the equipment design changes. By having the equipment design changes also, we can reduce the quantity of waste that can be discharged. Okay, so again, this is also one of the method how we can reduce the quantity of wastewater that can be discharged into the receiving water body. Then now again the next method is reusing the wastewater. Okay, now in the reusing of the both the industrial and the municipal effluent, right, what we need to do is we need to reuse whatever the wastewater it can be treated, or we need to instead of displacing it or instead of discharging it into the receiving water body, if we reuse this water several times, right, instead if we use it one time and if we discharge it, what will happen? The quantity of volume of the receiving water body, it is going to increase. But instead of discharging into the receiving water body, what we should do is we should reuse. If we are going to reuse, now the quantity of wastewater that we are going to discharge it into the receiving stream is ultimately it is going to get reduced. Once it is going to be ultimately it is going to be get reduced, then what will happen? The load on the or the wastewater that has to be treated, it is going to be get reduced, and the load on the treatment plant, it is going to be get reduced. Okay, now in order to reuse, okay, the following steps can be taken. Install the water meters in each department to make the operations cost and the quantity conscious. Okay, now we can regulate the pressure to prevent the needless waste, and we can use the thermostatic control to save the water and to increase its effectivity. Okay, and then investigate the leak surveys. Wherever there is a leaks or leakages is there, we can have an inspection, and we can reduce the quantity of wastewater that is going to be get spilled. Then insulate the pipes so that the water is not left to get the either cold or it is going to be heated. So this is how we can reuse the wastewater, and we can reduce the concentration of wastewater that is going to be get discharged into the receiving water body. Now this is regarding volume reduction. Overall, in volume reduction, what we are going to concentrate is whatever the wastewater that we are going to release into the receiving water body, we need to restrict the volume of the wastewater that we are going to discharge it into the receiving water body. Now next is in the strength reduction. Okay, now we will concentrate regarding the strength reduction. Okay, now strength reduction is nothing but whatever the industrial wastewater that we are going to discharge it, we should reduce its strength. It should not be too much concentrated. Okay, if the wastewater, even though if we are going to give a less quantity of water, say around 100 mg per liter of water, and it is going to have an acidity of around say 1.5, right, which is going to have the pH, it is going to have the pH of around 1.5. Even though if we are going to release the 100 liters of water to the receiving water body, which is going to have 1.5 pH, then the receiving water body will be going to have the maximum impact on this. Now, in order to reduce the strength of the wastewater that we are going to release, what we should do is we should increase the pH. Okay, this is just an example. Like this, there are many methods are there by how we can reduce the strength of the wastewater that we are going to release. In this, first one is the process changes, equipment modification, segregation, equalization, then byproduct recovery, and the proportioning are the different options. Now, the first one is in reducing the strength of wastewater, we need to do some of the process changes, and it is going to be concerned with the sanitary engineers. Now, okay, how we can have the process changes is the leather industry. It is using the lime and the sulfides, okay, but we can replace it by using the amine enzymes, and we can reduce the concentration of the wastewater. Okay, next is this is one of the example for the process changes. Like this, there are several example. Now, change of copper in case of metal plating industry, what we can do the changes is change from copper cyanide plating solution to the copper solution, then change from replace copper cyanide before the copper plating, it has to be done with the nickel strike, okay, and then substitute H3PO4 in place of H2SO4 pickling, right? So all by using such all kind of changes, we can reduce the concentration of the receiving water concentration of the wastewater that it can be sent to the receiving water body. So this is regarding the process changes. Now, equipment modification. Okay, now by having the equipment modification also, we can have the less polluted wastewater. Now, changes in the equipment can be helpful for reducing the strength. Now, in case of pickle industry, the screen is going to be get placed over the cucumber in order to prevent the escape of the pieces of cucumber, which is going to be get reduce the strength of the industrial wastewater. Okay, now next is similarly the trap can be discharged in pipeline in case of your in case of the feathers and flats, if it is going to be get present. Okay, now in case of dairy industry, the large milk is going to be put into the cans with having the smooth necks, okay, so that it can be drained faster. Okay, this is going to be get prevented by using the by entering the large amount of the wastewater entering into the stream. Now we can change the neck and we can prevent it by entering it into the streams. Then the segregation of the waste. In order to reduce the strength of the your industrial wastewater, what we should do is we should segregate the waste. Okay, we should segregate the waste into the two types. One which is going to have the stronger but it is even going to have the smaller quantity, and the other is in the weaker and it is going to have the larger quantity. Okay, the segregation is also one of the important thing that we can reduce the load on the treatment plant. Now next is the equalization. Okay, now next thing is the equalization. In the equalization, what will happen is if the plants which is going to have many products from the diversity of the processes, which is going to have to equalize the waste. Okay, now this can be done by holding the wastewater for a certain required amount of time, depending upon the time taken by the reflexive plant. For example, if the manufactured item requires a service of operation that take an 8 hours to the plant for equalization basin to be designed to hold the wastewater to the right for the 8 hours, the effluent from the equalization basin is much more constituent in characteristic such that it can have the stabilization. Now we should before we should directly discharge the wastewater to the receiving water body. Suppose if the pH of the wastewater is say around it is 3. Now what we should do is we should mix the pH of to this particular wastewater of pH 3. What we should do is we should mix the pH of water 9, so that both it is going to be get equalized when it is going to be mixed, and it is the pH is going to be coming up to 7 or very near to that. So what we are going to do is we are going to equalize. Okay, now some of the byproduct that is going to be coming from the industrial waste that we need to recover, that whatever the waste are going to come, that we need to recover instead of throwing it into the receiving water body. Some of the waste that we should we should recover it instead of giving it to the say into the streams. Okay, next is we are going to have the proportioning. Okay, now by proportioning the discharge into the concentrated waste into the main sewer, the plant can often reduce the strength of the total waste to the to the point where it is going to be needed very minimum. Okay, now it may prove a less costly operation, where while having the proportion of a small but concentrated waste into the main flow, right, we can reduce the quantity of the wastewater that we are going to discharge it into the receiving water body. Okay, so in today's class we have discussed regarding what are the different methods, what is volume reduction. First with that we have discussed, right, how we can reduce the concentration or quantity of volume that we can be discharged into the receiving water body. Then we have studied the different steps that how we can have the volume reduction, that is conservation of waste, changing the production process to decrease the waste, then reusing the wastewater. By this we can reduce the quantity of wastewater that is going to be discharged into the receiving water body. Then the strength reduction, it can be done by using the process changes like equipment modification, segregation, equalization, byproduct recovery and proportioning. So this is how we can reduce the concentration or the quantity or and the strength of the wastewater that it can be discharged into the receiving water body. In the next class we are going to discuss regarding the neutralization, equalization and the proportioning. Okay, thank you.